I guess we are rolling. Okay, welcome to this channel. Here you will learn how to photograph stuff. Today we will shoot a brandsläckare. What's the English word? I need to check.
Fire extinguisher.
Today we're shooting a fire extinguisher. Okay, and it's over here. My black fire extinguisher. And you should avoid this at all cost. Why, you might say? Well, it's because it's very hard. Because it's glossy, shiny, and it's round. The two worst things in the world to shoot. It's like a wine bottle. We will actually use the same technique today, shooting a wine bottle. It might be the first video I made on this channel. It was a wine bottle. If you go way back, you will find it. And I will use the exact same technique, and I will show you how I would do this. Because today it's actually sub's choice. That is when one of you guys, subscribers, will come here, visit the studio here in Stockholm, and you will bring something and I will show you how to photograph it. Today it's COVID and no one will come here. No one can travel really. So there was this guy, sorry, I don't remember your name. We had some discussions and you were shooting a fire extinguisher and you had some problems. And I understand why, because it's so hard. You know, it's impossible to shoot it, really. Because it will reflect, because it's glossy, it will reflect everything. And it's round, you know. This is mission impossible, but we will try today. So, let's start, as always, by taking a shot without the flashes. You need to have a black frame, so this ambient light, windows, LEDs, video lights I have here, it will not go into the shot. And by choosing the settings of ISO 100, 1/60th of a second and f8, we will eliminate all the lights in here. So this is a good start. And I chose f8 because I can, you know, I want it to be in focus, so probably I should go up. Maybe we can go to f10, you know, because I need a lot of depth of field, because I want the whole fire extinguisher to be cut out. I mean, in focus, I mean, because I will cut it out and then it will be easier if the edges are sharp. Need to cut it out, really. And then replace with another background and surface, probably. We'll see. So let's start. Do you see there is the guy. We can turn on this small one. I put on a small softbox, 30 times 40 centimeters. And I will show you that this is quite impossible to use small light sources. You need to have huge light sources to make this look nice. So we can turn this on. Where should we place it? I can maybe, if you get this task from the client saying, please shoot this, no problem, you say. You always say no problem, of course, yeah. And then you will start. And it needs some light, so I'll put on this and then we can take a shot. And let's see how this will look. Actually get a quite nice highlight here. Why? Because this light is bouncing on this diffusion I put up on this side. But I want you to take a look at this spot here. This is the light we will get. And that's not so nice, because it's very small and it will only be a highlight here. This softbox will be reflected in this object. And this means we need to make it bigger. We cannot have this small because we want it to cover the whole fire extinguisher, okay? And then I will turn on this flash on this side instead. And what's your name? Your name is Mr. B, but this light, it just shoots like this. And then we have this diffusion material. You can get anything. This happens to be Savage, but you can get like leaf filters, just roll them down, or you can get Roscoe, any of these diffusion materials really. So let's take a shot now. We get this super nice highlight and a bit of gradient going on. So you need to start with the light back here, and then it will fall off because we're shooting straight on, so it will just be brighter here and then it falls off. And that will go on to this, be reflected onto this glossy fire extinguisher. So that's a nice side there. I mean, nice light on the side. And let's do the same on the other side. And something like this. 2 rolls of diffusion. And also we need to add a flash on this side, of course. And to set this up so they will be exactly equal, this is kind of tricky. So it's a bit rough, but you will get the idea. So let's take another one. Now we have both flashes. And what do we get? Yes, we get another nice highlight on this side. We have a problem with this. This will destroy, because this will be also reflected, so it will destroy this nice gradient on the side. So I guess we need to take this away and we can turn it up, I guess. And then we need to take a separate shot and put on a separate layer in Photoshop. You know, it's getting complicated here, but that's the only way to get a nice shot. So let's take another one. Let's take off the saturation for now. It will look nicer because it's black. Okay, you see now. Now we have these two. They are kind of the same. Now we will show that this fire extinguisher is like round. You can see the shape that is round thanks to these gradients going on, you know. Bright into darkness. Then you might say, but it's a bit dark. The client wants to see the text, of course. And you could add a flash from very high up, and then you will only get a small reflection here, and then you have to retouch this out in Photoshop. Here I have a reflector with a honeycomb grid, so this light will not spread all over the room. Hit the front somehow. And there you go. And then you have the text. One other thing you can do to show the text more clearly, you can take a mirror. The IKEA Salary Sauce mirror. And then you just take this flash and shoot it so it will not hit the product, but you can just bounce it back. It's a bit small. I should take the bigger one. I have a bigger mirror. Let's try. You can put up the power a bit. Because this light, it will only go very bright. It will go, you know, it will not hit the product, but you should watch it, because if you have white, gray walls like I have, not black, then it will bounce back. And then I take this light, hitting the mirror, and then we take a shot. Now it will only be this highlight here, and if you don't like that, you can take it away. But now you see the text clear. You know, everything that is in front of the fire extinguisher, the camera, and I am standing here when I'm taking a shot, I and the camera will be reflected into this fire extinguisher. So it's a good thing to put up a black board here, you know, something like this. The bigger the better, because it should cover the whole product. So we can put this in front of the lens, and then you hide. We will get darker area here, because you see it's starting to be this strip in the center, but it's not quite there. because the power of these flashes, they are not so high. We could put it up. What if I do that? One more stop and take a look. And then the gradient becomes even nicer. But there will be a lot of bounce in this room, and you see we're losing contrast because of the bounce around of these big light sources. So you should really be in a black room. That would be the best, of course, but because we have this blocking most of the light bouncing back, we will get a nice black strip in the middle here. Okay, I think we have the shot now. Actually, we need to take a shot with the mirror. And this is bouncing up in the ceiling. That's not so good. Should really avoid to get any light onto the product. So I will take another shot and I will see if I can hit this. So we will see the text a bit clearer. Something like that, maybe. Yes, very clear. It's very scratched up. Be a lot of retouching, but I think it looks quite nice now. And the reason why we get this strip is because the diffusion materials ends here, you know. The only thing that will be reflected is the stuff over here, you know, the blackboard and the camera. And if I'm standing here, we need to take a shot when I put back this hose. So I will do that. So now we have one with this on the side. Unfortunately, this one, I put them so close, this diffusion material, to get a nice gradient. But now it's a bit hard to cut out this on the side there. So what I will do, I will take away the diffusion, so it will be easier to cut it out. I will just move it out a bit. And we can put back the light. Probably we will need a bit of light there. Let's take another one and try. Yes, now we get a very nice highlight. And now it will be easier to cut it out. But the gradient looks awful. But that's okay. We just take the nice gradient and the front from two other pictures. And then we take these 3 photos. Or 2 actually. 2 photos. One for the hose. Another one with the nice gradients on the side. Okay guys. A bit rough, but hopefully I can make something nice in Photoshop with this. The important parts, the sides, the gradients we have on both sides. So I feel quite confident that I will make something nice in Photoshop. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'd like to thank all the coffee supporters. Without you, this channel wouldn't exist. That's how it is. And if you also like to be a member of this channel, just click join below. It will support new content, but also you will get a bit extra bonus videos, member only videos. And of course, everybody else, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and click the bell, and then you will get a notification next time there's a video up, okay? And as always, I will see you next time.